Hello and welcome to Lecture 9 in the Intro to Python video series. In this lecture, we'll be taking a look into dictionaries in Python. Dictionaries are fundamental data structures in Python that allow you to store and retrieve data efficiently. Unlike sequences such as lists and tuples, dictionaries are stored in key-value pairs. Let's take a look at an example. So I'm going to initialize a dictionary called the price dict, and this will contain key-value pairs of fruits along with their price. So you could do something like curly brackets, apple, colon, 1 to indicate the price of apple, followed by, let's say, orange, colon, 1.5 to indicate the price of orange. And if you do price dict, you can see that we have a dictionary here where the keys are apple and orange and the values are 1 and 1.5. When initializing a dictionary, the keys have to be unique. So let's take the example of the dictionary we have above, and if we added another entry of key values saying that apple is 0.5, then this will overwrite the initial apple 1 key value pair that we had. So if you look into price dict now, you will see that it contains apple with 0.5 and it overwrites this apple here because keys have to be unique and you cannot have two keys with the same name. You can access the values in a dictionary using its keys. So you could do something like price dict of apple, and then it will return the value corresponding to the apple in the dictionary. Keys are unique within a dictionary, and attempting to access a non-existent key will result in a key error. So if you try to do something like price dict of kiwi, then this will result in an error because kiwi is not present in this dictionary. Dictionaries in Python are mutable. This means that you can add new key value pairs or even update existing one. So to add a new pair, you could do something like price dict of kiwi equals, let's say, 2.0. And now if you check what price dict is, you will see that now it has a new key value pair corresponding to kiwi and 2.0. You can also update the values within a dictionary. So you could do something like price dict of apple plus equals 1. And now if you check price dict, you will see that the price for apple has gone up by 1, where it was 0.5. Now it is 1.5 because you've updated the value corresponding to apple. You can remove elements from a dictionary using the delete operator. So you could do something like delete price dict of apple. And now if you print the price dictionary, you will see that it no longer has the apple value pair. Now, Python provides several built-in methods for working with dictionaries. So there is a .keys method. So let's see what this is. So if you did price dict .keys, then this will return a list of all the different keys that are present in this dictionary. There's a .values method. So if you did price dict .values, then this will return a list of all the different values. So if you look over here, you have the values 1.5 and 2.0, and .values will return a list corresponding to all the different values present in the dictionary. And finally, there's the .items method. So if you do price dict .items, then you will get a list of tuples where the first value is the key. So for example, in here you have orange 1.5, and you get a list of tuples where the first value is the key and the second one is the value corresponding to the key. So correspondingly here you have kiwi and 2.0, which is the second entry in the dictionary. So you can iterate through a dictionary using for loops. So you could do something like for key in price dict. You can print the key and price the value corresponding to the key by doing something like price dict of key. If you run this, you see that it prints orange 1.5 and kiwi 2.0. You can also iterate through a dictionary by using the .items method. So you could do something like for key comma value in price dict .items. So remember, the .items method returns a list of tuples. So each element in this list is now a tuple that contains two entries, where the first one is a key and the second one is a value. So this sort of for loop basically unpacks this tuple, where the first element will go into the key variable and the second element will go into the value variable. So now you can print the key value pairs by simply printing those variables. So here you see that you will get the same output as here, where you're iterating through the keys and you're accessing the value corresponding to those keys. Here you're iterating through the key value pairs by calling the .items method, and you can directly print the key and the values. So these two essentially give you the same results. So before accessing a key in a dictionary, it's a good practice to check if the key exists. So you could do something like if kiwi in price dict print price dict of kiwi. So this ensures that you don't get a key error when trying to access elements that are not present in the dictionary. So similar to list comprehension, Python also supports dictionary comprehension for concise creation of dictionaries. So you could do something like squares equals a dictionary where the key is x and the value is x star star 2 for x in range, let's say 5. And if you print the squares variable, you see that it is now a dictionary where the keys are numbers that go from 0 all the way up to 4, and the values are the squares of the numbers. So for 2 you have 4, for 4 you have 16. Now that we see dictionaries in Python, one question remains is what we can use as keys in dictionary. So in Python you can use strings, integers, floats, and tuples as keys. So for example, we can have a dictionary like this, where the first key value is the key is a string and you have the value a string. The second one shows an example where you can use an integer as a key, and here you have a floating key, and here you have a tuple as a key. There is no restriction on what the values can be, so you can have, for example, something like -1 here, or you could have another dictionary here as a value, but the keys have to be something that is immutable, for example, like a string, integer, float, or tuple. So if we print x here, you see that we have a dictionary with different kinds of keys. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next lecture.